Oh, that quality really isn't great. Oh no. There we go. Righty then, got... Yeah, Apex, yeah, I don't think that really fancy at the moment. It was one of them things where it's like, try it out, see if I feel in the mood. If not, play something else. 30, get 100 kills in a row, and 20 rounds in blood. Let's sod it, let's do an Easter egg.
A little learning is a dangerous thing. Drink deep, or taste not the Pierian spring. So goes the poem. I understand its meaning.
I wish I could skip this.
I have drunk so deeply that my every fiber aches with the pain of
DLC 4, to be honest...
And the pain of what has yet to come.
I mean...
I fear it may drive me insane.
It's sort of a mixed bag, isn't it? I mean, the story has been a bit all over the place. Yeah. I mean, you got these rumours that it's going to take place in, what's it called? Call of the Dead. You got it. I mean, my personal theory is that it's going to be in maybe that Egypt map that we never actually got to see, that there was rumours about. Because if you think about it in the intro there, you see the Great War taking place in what looks to be a desert.
I stand alone.
But story-wise, I don't know. Monty probably won't die. I'm calling it here.
That is exactly
How they're calling it the end of the Primus storyline, but to be honest, it's too much of a cash cow for them to end. They're gonna keep it. Monty's gonna survive somehow, and then it's gonna be the the 8 of them going across the multiverse trying to find him and go to location, find item, go to location, find item, kill bad guy, go to location, find item.
I must follow guidance of Chronorium. There is much to do, and much to be undone.
To be honest, I really don't see where they could take Aether from here, but I know they're going to try to take it somewhere. What they should do, personally, what I think they should have done is save Aether for Black Ops 5 and work on the Chaos story. Sure, we've seen people arguing that Chaos ain't that great, but you know, it's getting interesting. I think, you know, we've had the reveal that Medusa is actually the Oracle. Scarlet is somehow the key to everything. And it was getting interesting, and now it's been shelved for Season 2 if they make it. So... yeah, so... sorry, but I really don't have many expectations when it comes to DLC 4. I'll probably play it, get the Easter egg done, shelve it, and carry on playing other games. Yeah. Well, think about it, every single Aether map we've had so far is a remake. You know. Sure, they, like Alpha Omega, they then expand on it, you know. Alpha Omega is 2/3 bigger, but... it is really just filler, you know. I think the only real big twist we've had so far, and even now they've sort of undermined that, is Richtofen's death. You know, the characters don't remember that. Why has this happened? You know, Takeo seems to have some suspicion that the Richtofen that's joined him here isn't the Richtofen he knows, but he can't place his finger on why. Confound these 115 based illusions and all. I mean, I think it would have been interesting with Chaos if, you know, we actually got to see the origins of where Prima Materia came from. I tell you, more people would have played if it was linked to Victus or Ultimus. Maybe not Primus, because, you know, Primus have got their own thing going on, but if, say Diego had bumped into, I don't know, say Diego had bumped into Dempsey in the past, and they'd actually worked together. Maybe Dempsey helped out in the revolution, or, you know, Shaw learned his recipes from Richtofen. You know, that's why he's half-baked all the time. It would have been an interesting idea that this is just one of the many universes that these characters exist, and maybe in this universe the Ultimus crew never actually met each other. The zombies were caused by Prima Materia. 115 maybe 115 did nothing in that universe. The physics of that universe didn't allow it to do anything. Definitely would have had more players playing there, even if it was just for the memes. I mean,
even without training, I am natural.
I do hope they bring back Chaos, because I do want to know how how that gets resolved. I mean, think about, we've got both Darkshaw and Dark Bruno now, so. But they could have done so much better. I mean, it's still not completely confirmed whether or not Blundell even works at Treyarch anymore. I mean, his tweets seem to imply he's been fired, even though Activision are adamant that he hasn't. Don't know if anyone saw it, but there was actually a pretty funny tweet posted of Lee Ross with, I don't remember who the third guy was, but it was him, Lee Ross, and Jason Blundell. And the caption was, "Have a drink if you don't work for Activision anymore." So he seems to be implying that he's been fired. Which is a shame, because the Blundellverse was interesting.
I will crush you to flatulent pancakes.
Yeah. Which is another crying shame. I mean, give Treyarch a break. They're, you know, they may have not officially said it, but it does seem like they're understaffed for what they're being expected to do. You know. Maybe have Treyarch work on the zombies exclusively and integrate it into the Black Ops zombies, and then have Raven and what's his name do. I don't know. It's just such a big mess that I honestly don't know what's happening, so. Okay.
Beginning facility ventilation. Warning. Ventilation unsuccessful. Multiple unit malfunctions detected.
You know.
Repairs required.
A season 2 of content would be nice, but if Blundell isn't working anymore, he was the one who was pushing for things like that, you know. He was constantly trying to change up how we play zombies. So if he is truly gone, then there's really no hope.
Look on top of house.
need to get myself a better gun. It does seem like an awful lot of dogs to be spawning in. But yeah, it's just it's a complicated mess, really, and I really don't know how they're gonna drag themselves out of it. Ooh. It depends on your point of view, I guess, you know? If it's a travesty, then it's probably a good thing that you forgot it before it even came out, but if it's one of the greats, then one, no one will see that coming, but two, how? Tommy gun.
Shield is like girlfriend. She's true love until she breaks up.
It's like I said, it's a complicated mess, and I honestly don't think anyone has any real idea how they're gonna get the hell out of it, you know? Probably would be streaming this on Twitch, by the way, if it weren't for the fact that the PS4 and Twitch apparently ain't the best mix. I mean, I could always get an Elgato, run my PS4 through that, and then stream through my laptop. That could work, but capture cards are expensive. Oh yes, remember that time they completely destroyed a very fun and balanced enemy? Something that rhymes with the cryptids? Yeah, that... I'll be honest, if you haven't... I'll take Junior Rizzo's approach to IW. Started out great, second DLC started to drop, Shaolin is just why. It's like a radioactive thing's the point they gave up, and then they tried to cash in on nostalgia. I probably should have done this before I ended the last round. Oh, my bad. For me, I don't think Zombies has the same magic working behind it that it used to. I mean, look back in Black Ops 1, you know. Brilliant DLC season there. I mean, yes, we had things like Shangri-La, which wasn't for everyone. I personally rather enjoyed Shangri-La. It was interesting. We had, you know, the Easter egg where we help out Brock and Gary. We had constant time travel. The baby gun was amazing. You got Call of the Dead. Yes, George Romero is there, but no, honestly, you can kind of forget about George so long as you know where he is. He's not much of a threat. Just make sure you don't aim near him. But you get IW, and what's the way of dealing with their mini boss? Oh, don't run. And they won't instant kill you. It's like, what? Seriously?
Need more ammunition. I
honestly think I personally believe that Infinite Warfare the team behind Infinite Warfare didn't want to have zombies in it. That zombies was ham-fisted right at the end. Think about it, the animation was done in that sort of Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo way. The cast evidently didn't know what to do with the script they were given. I just get the feeling no one wanted to work on it, and yet they were being forced to.
You will have to hit harder than that.
Then again, I'm not a game designer, what do I know? I'd like to be, but you need education and nah. I've just noticed there's like 15 seconds of delay on the stream. So yeah, sorry if the responses seem a bit delayed. It's I didn't notice that there was.
Nova 6 gas link contained.
Yeah, Extinction 2 would have been brilliant. You know, I would have loved to see how humanity tried to reclaim the Earth from the ancestors.
Should I be getting this excited?
You know. Maybe they developed technology like the Medusa device in a... I mean, yes, you had the arc reactor in the original Extinction, but maybe they had something that packed a bit more punch to go against the ancestors, because there are two things that I feel dragged down Extinction. The Mayday boss fight, because seriously, the Kraken...
I was
why? But
village.
the second thing I feel drags it down is the health of the ancestors. Think about it, they have the insta-kill gravity attack, they can charge massive psionic attacks your way, they've got a shield if you don't kill them fast enough. You know,
I did.
Attention intruders. Now you've done it.
would have been cool if you could like work your way to building yourself this super powerful weapon. You know, maybe it's not so great against cryptids, but you can have it in reserve for ancestors. And the whole thing would have been like, if you've ever seen XCOM 2, the way you have to reclaim the Earth from the aliens, you know, maybe you've got a bit of a camp. Okay, oh god, I'm describing Metal Gear Survive. Not like Metal Gear Survive, but like Metal Gear Survive. You know, you go out into the alien-infested worlds, maybe reclaim parts of buildings, bring any... Maybe there would be survivors, although I doubt it. You know, it would have been interesting. You bring back survivors, and you can play as them. They've got, like... That's how you unlock the classes. That would have been a cool way to do it. You got your medic, you got your standard recruit, your soldier, the engineer.
You have file on Shard, yes?
And it would all suit different playstyles. I think it would be really cool.
Permissions, credentials, or even a decent story. You'll have to win my trust. Find the access codes and bring them back to me. Land of opportunity.
Oh, you can tell that John Delancey had a blast in this role.
Down.
145. Sorry if I keep pausing. I have to mark this down onto. I mark this down onto a text document so I don't forget. 1045. B6. But yeah, I think Extinction 2 would have had some merit to it. I'm gonna have to check the F again, I think. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 5. So 12, 15. It's the third number that the kind announcer relays out. one for 5. But yeah, I really do think there would have been some pretty good ways they could have messed with extinction, you know, build on where the ancestors are. I know, you know, that it's stated in the canon lore, because I don't consider Infinity Warfare's retconning as canon. It states that the cryptids came from Earth. It would have been interesting to see the way they dominated the Earth in the past, you know. Maybe have some flashbacks where it shows how the cryptids ruled over humans, you know. I mean, we see from, what's her name, we see from Samantha Cross, that they can control humans, so it could have been like, you know, Assassin's Creed with the Apple of Eden, where humanity was literally slaves to these things. Pick up that ray gun in a minute. What? Maybe there would have been certain missions where you had
Security clearance granted. Operations
Yeah.
weapon storage unlocked.
Yeah, Beast from Beyond, except one, it isn't a damn movie made by some flip-flop of a villain character. But, you know, I mean, you know, Samantha Cross apparently just rattles off everything, but oh no, corruption in the tape means you don't know what happened. No, fuck off, don't do that. You know, it's, tell us what happened. You know, we were invested for quite a while. We want to know what happened to Earth. Did we take back...
Security clearance green granted.
Well, we know that humanity took back Earth, but we don't know how. It would have been amazing if they just made a game and not just an audio log that tells everything. Don't explain your plot away in an audio log. If you have to explain it in an audio log, it's not a well-written story. However, if your audio log is there in, like in BioShock, you know, you can see the city went to hell. You can put together that the reason the city went to hell is because of Adam, the amazing gene splicing technology, and people just going mad with power, you know, this amazing power that these sea slugs give them. You know, it would have been amazing. You know, we actually hear from the people at the time how the society collapsed, you know, and we can see around us echoes of the past. That works fine. The audio log enhances what is already there. But if you don't have anything there to begin with, and then you put an audio log in, at that point it becomes questionable. I mean, just look at Sledgehammer. I know it's a bit of a controversial topic, but Nazi zombies from World War II. You know. We had Peter Straub. He showed us, you know, we knew that the hilt was probably where the zombies came from. We knew that the Geit's craft was reanimating the dead. But you can see his perspective on it. He thought he was creating not just a super soldier, but as he says, the devil himself. You know, it showed us a side of Straub that we probably wouldn't have seen in the map itself. You know, think about it. In the map itself, he's shown as just
Security clearance blue granted.
a bit annoyed at the fact that you've turned up, and Klaus gave him away, but you know, he doesn't really care. Then you get the second map, and for some reason he does a reference to Star Wars. I still don't get why they thought Peter Straub doing a reference to Star Wars would be a good thing, but yeah, it's there. But, you know, he never suspected that his own creation would turn back on him.
Yellow house countermeasure enabled.
still don't trust it. Access denied to the American Pyramid device.
You know, there was some solid writing in World War II. Maybe not perfect, and you know, the Tortured Path was a bit of an interesting idea. I mean, it was fun on release, you know, I quite enjoyed the idea of progressing through 3 maps to find pieces of the sword. But it's one of them gimmicks that get old rather fast. But the fact that you unlock them as survival maps after, now that was pretty good, you know.
Pursue all avenues of science and invention. There is a particular Nova 6 crawler somewhere on the grounds that I need you to find. It's having an unusual reaction to element 115, and I would very much like to analyze it.
Hope you can analyze bloodstreak on ground.
Alright.
You found the crawler. Good.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it was actually...
The poor little guy is already in death's door.
Hang on a sec. Yeah, I saw him do that. That was really interesting to, you know, get his their perspectives on, you know... Obviously, they treat World War II zombies as their baby, because... Like Blundell does, you know, he refers to his maps as his children. And before you ask, I'm not going to do point farming, I just want this step to be over with as soon as possible. But, yeah.
I'm good at shooting. Very good.
Rizzo, you know, I mean, and to be fair, we did get a lot of new information out of that interview. I mean, obviously Rizzo had to censor out that one bit. And it was probably something that we're waiting to... Something that the NDA doesn't let them say. You know, and you can't legally breach an NDA, so...
And learn Broken Arrow's second core value. I cannot tell a lie.
Oh, it's going to be a long day. Though this I knew already.
By now, you've noticed our work across widespread amongst the population. If you never got out, which brings us the Broken Arrow core value 2. Preserve the integrity of our mission. As it happens, it seems another intruder has entered Camp Edward and stolen a canister of element 115. Locate the trespasser and contain this breach of operation security.
464.
Whose lives sink ships?
It is a popular place for secret facility.
But yeah, you know, it would have been... They could have done so much better with Infinite Warfare, and I'm just sad that it didn't go anywhere, really. 9800. And finally, just get Purnell's code. But yeah, you know, I mean, here's an idea for you. Just tell me if this sounds good to you. We have similar maps to what was already in the DLC season in Infinite Warfare. You know, we get Spaceland, we get Rave, maybe we get Shaolin, although slightly adjusted. If we really have to have Krogzilla, then yes, a heavily redesigned variant of Attack of the Radioactive Thing. And then we have Beast from Beyond as its own movie. We don't have any guest stars coming through the movie. Now, over the maps, we believe Willard Wyler. We see Willard Wyler throw our main characters into the film, and he's the demonic announcer. However, over the film, we start finding the Soul Key. And as we do this, we start hearing a more calmer version of Willard, urging us on, wishing us goodwill, and it's revealed that the Willard we thought we knew was actually Mephistopheles, maybe around Shaolin to Radioactive Thing. At this point, not only does the twist not come out of nowhere, we actually have a bit of hype build up for Mephistopheles. We know he's there. Perhaps the characters don't, but the community would. Willard's sudden flip-flopping of is he a bad guy or is he just a tormented soul makes more sense because it's not just one person, it's two. I mean, Mephistopheles has been shown to be able to shapeshift, so it's not exactly hard to believe that perhaps he was impersonating Willard. We don't have the whole soul jar plot twist at the end because of what the characters learned from inside the movies about Willard being trapped in the movies in fragmented pieces. They trust him almost immediately. You know, when they meet a completed Willard in Beast from Beyond once the soul jar's been opened, you know, they trust him because evidently Willard was trapped by Mephistopheles. I personally think, I mean obviously it's not a perfect plan, but I think that probably would have gone down much better than what we got. But, you know. Infinity Ward had professionally paid writers. What is some 18-year-old talking about video games in the bedroom exactly gonna do, you know? But serious, if you honestly consider that a better plot, you know, I was able to come up with that in, what, 2 minutes? A better plot in 2 minutes. That just kind of shows how much they didn't care. What? 4, 6, 1, 4.
Sawyer authorization code accepted. Kane authorization code required.
I just wish I could
1
jump on
minute
the
before
codes
access
now.
termination. McCain authorization code accepted. Purnell authorization code required. 1 minute before access termination.
Oh, come on, hurry up. Right. 3, 3, 4, 5.
Purnell authorization code accepted. Project Toy Soldier has been activated. Locate Sergeant ADAM for a live demonstration.
Sergeant ADAM. Should be interesting.
But yeah, you know, if you genuinely think that is a good idea, I mean, I could just be inflating my own ego by imagining that I'm coming up with a better plot, and it could actually just be trash. But I do genuinely think if we had that duality of Willard, you know, that true duality, not what we got, between Mephistopheles and actual Willard, and we have to put the pieces together that, you know, maybe the Willard that we saw in the original theatre wasn't actually the Willard we thought he was. Plot twist, Mephistopheles, but still.
That would be me. Being in command feels strange, but is better than following junk. Where in hell is Elemental Shard? Could be hidden anywhere.
Oh, come on, give me brain up, please. There we go. Diner, storage is back here. What? Just a save. The Zack Snyder DCU. I don't know. I mean,
Show me what you can do.
I haven't really been into the DCU for a while because of well, obvious reasons, but you know, it might have worked under a different director, it might not, you know. It's all subjective. I mean, it's just...
Fetch me their soul. Come on then, I have treat for you.
Sorry, I'm blanking on that question.
Turn the other 115 canister to the transfusion facility, the arsenal of democracy.
This voice is acting like he thinks he is Tsar.
I stopped. I'm one of those people who I was into it at the beginning. I skipped Man of Steel, I think. I watched Batman vs Superman. Was sorely disappointed. Sorry, but you know, they made so many strange artistic decisions in that. Things like Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, and you know, completely going against the original Lex Luthor's character. You know, Lex Luthor originally was meant to be this evil, conniving bugger who always had trickery up his sleeve. You know, he was a mastermind. He didn't exactly pick two superheroes against each other just to see what would happen. You know,
his mission was to push back the frontiers of science, to conquer new horizons.
But yeah, I stopped then.
Prevail over the impossible to open new worlds.
And I think I saw the ending to Justice League. I honestly don't remember much about that film.
There is an extra server somewhere in Camp. Locate and install it.
I know they like immediately brought back Superman, so yeah, so much for his death.
Sure, why not? How hard can it be?
Okay, didn't mean to teleport, but whatever suits you, bud. Come on, Jolting Jacks, I need you. But yeah, thank God. I'll be honest, let's see, last time I was in the UK, when I was visiting friends, friends being you, of course, I actually stopped over in Holyhead for the night, and yeah, Justice League was just on the telly, so we were watching that, and yeah.
This isn't working. Think outside the box.
I am trying. Yeah, I remember something about edgy cyborg, moody all the time, Aquaman literally steals drinks, I remember that much, and don't say he earned it for saving that man's life. No, you don't just take some guy's drink because you saved someone else's life. Brain what?
Bare knuckle champion, as in Russian bear, not bare naked. Should I make joke again?
But yeah, you know. At least I think it was when I was visiting you that I saw it. But yeah, no matter what anyone says, just because you save someone's life does not give you a free pint. No matter what. If you get offered a free pint for doing it, then you take it. You don't just turn up, save someone's life, and take something that you want. That's not how it works. That's why the police exist, because it is thievery. Oh, come on, Jolting Jack, just... There we go.
Oh, I see you on the server. Be advised, if that thing gets too warm, it won't be good for anything. Now, hurry. Well done.
Go.
Okay, now that the server is installed, we need three authorization codes. Sorry, but Director Purnell set it out that way, so I redepended.
That just makes him look like even more of a dick.
Seems that for
You know.
some reason he didn't fully trust me.
If anything, that's more illegal. This guy's just gone through nearly drowning.
I don't
And not
know
just
what
that, you've just placed a tab on him without his
I'm
knowledge.
sure if you can find them. The
That's
base
forgery.
personnel
That's
knew, but good
that's
luck
identity
getting
theft,
them
actually,
to
yeah.
tell you.
Is strange suggestion. What can hell pigs do to help?
Just bring back up my notepad. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's just... They just made everyone seem like a dick. I mean, look at the Flash. You know. I forgot what I was going to say about the Flash, but I knew I was going to say something. It'll probably come back to me. 9660. I believe the next one is in the diner. To be honest, I'm actually feeling kind of hungry. I'll probably grab myself a sandwich or something in a bit.
As in Russian bear, not bear naked. Let me joke again. I like that pop. Very satisfying. Chronorium did not warn me about that.
I can't remember. Can I actually... Oh, nice! Well done. Yeah, I mean, personally, I find college a bit stressful. But, you know, it's not for everyone, but... Good luck. Good luck. Congrats on getting into college. Wasn't that for the 50 art pieces you had to do? Was it 50? Something like that? Thank you. Or am I just going crazy? Am I just hallucinating things now?
Like
Could be both.
and
Never know.
vomit.
I forgot to check that code. There we go, more evidence as to the latter. 7218. It's a shame you don't have a PS4, because
Mark II may be
why not?
twice as good as
Why not
Mark
co-op stream? Why not Zoidberg? That's a dead meme. But yeah, it would have been. I'll just do a bit of chilling the multiplayer. I mean, multiplayer on PS4 is just full of Prestige Masters. Oh, thank God. 4468. I mean, when you told me about that, it was like, what?
You give elemental damn.
all of high quality, all done within the summer. Yeah, art doesn't work like that. You know, it's a bit much to be asking of someone just trying to get in.
Did you see teeth fly? I did.
Just top up my shield and thin out the horde. I get completely decimated by the zombies. Is this just me, or does the APD in the bottom left there look like that woke meme? You know, where it's like the X-ray of the human brain, and like it keeps getting brighter with like each new term. I don't know what that meme's called. I've just seen it. You know. How's that for hit collision? Meleeing the zombie? Nope, just dodges out the way apparently. I mean, I saw the Galvas impact him, but okay, Treyarch, yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Oh, please. Now my throat is.
Scratch that, it's more like a 5-second delay. Yeah, congrats getting into college. Hope things go well for you. Wait, I forget what order the levers are meant to go in. Ah. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Luckily, I can just jump on over to www.youtube.com/Mr. Rufflewaffles. Hashtag shameless plug by small streamer. Nah, to be honest, I actually think I'm going to need Milo's guide, so... if you happen to see this in the future, Milo, cheers for the guide, you saved my life in this. Yeah.
Warning. Authorization window expires in 1 minute.
Took me a second to realise Apple Pappy Dispenser, what? APD, yeah. It's 7/2/18. No, 4468.
Shield is gone.
I can feel that server expanding my mind.
New worlds beckon.
You've honored core battle 3.
But
On to the next.
I mean, as a counter using your own point
I am
against you
beginning
there,
to hate Rushmore.
because the new consoles are coming out, the PS4's price and
safer
value will
already.
decrease, meaning that it'll be cheaper to pick one up and also be able to get a next-gen console. Who am I kidding? Sony will still charge €400 or so for a PS4. Because they've got to have money.
Broken Arrow core value 4. Protect
Yep.
the American dream. You will now prove your patriotism beyond any shadow of doubt. You'll require a dog, a blender, George Washington's bench.
Warning.
Love that quote.
Power systems are shutting down.
Oh dear. Okay, new plan. Restart the power before my batteries die. Please, hurry. I have too much to live for. Give me liberty or... Oh, never mind. Just switch on the power.
There we go. Just double check here. Yeah, so you do start the
Calm
dino.
down. I will find power.
So yeah, large credit to Mr. Ruffle Waffles using his guide for this step, because honestly I can't be expected to remember 10. Is it 10? However many levers there are, I can remember exactly what position they go into. It's like the origin step with the electric staff. I might remember some of the switch positions that they're meant to go into, but nah. Right, this one has to be up. A sec. Up. Why do I get the feeling I'm doing this wrong? Code is not accepted. It's funny, but it's true. No, I actually saw a funny post as well. It was a joke about Deadpool, and it's pretty much, you know, Nick Fury going to see Deadpool to try and bring him into the Avengers, and you know, Deadpool invites him in, and there's just oh fuck, I've forgotten Parker's nick. Who was it? Tom Middleton? Is that? Oh my god, I've forgotten who acts Peter Parker. I can't remember his name. Don't shame me. Tom Holland, that's it, yeah. Have Tom Holland on the couch just eating cereal. You have Nick Fury respond, you know, Parker, this is where you've been hiding out for you know. And then, you know, Deadpool just come up to him and go, shh, you're not allowed to call him by that anymore, otherwise we'll annoy Sony. Then have Tobey Maguire walk past in a bathrobe just eating more cereal. And then have Andrew Garfield in the background asking if anyone wants pancakes. To be honest, that would be the best way to do a middle finger to yeah, the best way to do a middle finger to Sony. Wait, here we go. What position does that have to be in? Yep, down. No, there's one in solitary, I think. Is there? Ah, jeez, I've forgotten this map. Yes.
For once, luck is good.
And now we say goodbye to Mr. Ruffle Waffles. Just like Milo. Now I've got I keep getting confused because I've got the chat on the right of my screen, but it keeps cutting off your. I mean, I've just noticed on stream you can actually see it, but it keeps sort of awkwardly cutting off your sentences. So it's like, Ode is not accepted. So I have to sort of glance over at my laptop to see what exactly is my PlayStation trying to tell me.
Okay, you proved your
What are the comments?
So there's just one more core value to go.
Good. We near completion. Hooray.
And now the fifth and final core value of Project Broken Arrow. Prepare for tomorrow and humanity's future. For as long as we are prepared, humanity will have a future. By now, you may have encountered our ADAM units, artificial humanoids all around the facility. One of them in the interrogation area has a human life force trapped inside. It happened during the incident that shut down this facility. Don't ask me to explain. That life force belongs to someone very important to humanity's future. But you must repair the unit to free him. The spirit is 76.
Robot with human soul inside. He's like opposite of Richtofen.
Yeah, there he is. Oh. Could have sworn I saw the ADAM spawn there. I'm just going crazy and hallucinating again. Don't worry about me. There you are.
The word robot originated in Soviet Union. It's true. Soon you will learn. Your efforts are futile.
Oh, do that. Thanks. Yeah. I'm thinking of doing a bit more streaming. Actually, I want to get a stream going for Resident Evil 2. I've been meaning to do that since release, actually, including base game, both storylines, and Fourth Survivor, all the Tofu Survivor, and the Ghost Survivors. There's a lot of survivors now that I think about it. Huh.
German hell pigs, Russian hell pigs, American hell pigs. No wonder Nikolai is tired.
Yeah. Might even do a playthrough of Black Mesa if I can figure out a way to stream without breaking my computer. Stream Black Mesa, stream Enter the Dungeon. Maybe do the original Half-Life. Definitely want to do cinematic mod though. Not cinematic mod, M-mod. There's two different mods, and I'll probably get a lot of flack if I say I want to do cinematic mods, so no. Jeez. I forget ADAM's third spawn. I know it's on the surface. I think it's behind the greenhouse. Yeah, behind the greenhouse, down the quarantine corridor. Because I think that's what this is. It looks like one. You can see here. Oh wait, yeah, there he is. Jeez, it's been too long since I played this mode.
Simple and effective.
Go forth, my zombie. Kill. I don't know what made them decide to use made them want to use Light Rave for the music to this match. I'm not complaining. Well, at the moment, the moment I've got a trip coming up in October that I kind of want to get squared away first. Oh shiz. I'm not supposed to be able to leave, am I? Oh, for God's sakes. Yeah. Got a few ideas here and there, nothing concrete yet. But, you know. I mean, there is a workplace that I think I'd like to do, but I'd have to wait till December to find out if I can join. I'm picking up that telepad. Yeah, I should, if I get that workplace, then it should give me a nice and tidy 300, I think, every week, or is it 240? Somewhere around there. I think I'm getting my jobs confused now.
You cannot withstand my advance.
I meant to drink that beforehand.
Excellent. Now be careful with that head.
Wait, did I pick up the arm? I forget. The other arm. No. Right then. I believe it's in the lounge. Or is it in... I keep forgetting the layouts of this map. Check the diner first. I need to pick up the perk here anyway.
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. See if you can round up a suitable head.
Already done. Stick it into McCain. There you go, bud. Why can't I see right? What's happened to me?
Deputy Director Peter McCain, this is Rushmore. Remember me? My new allies and I have brought you back.
Do find it interesting, the conversation between Ultimus Dempsey and
Yes, Director Cannell is missing. As all the
McCain.
rest of the Broken Arrows.
You know, you got the one where
Whatever happened shut me down.
Dempsey
Remember the incident itself. Some sort of recording.
Dempsey wants to be sure that it is McCain.
You do? Because I do
And
not
it's like, you know,
recognize you.
he brings up a
a
name, and then McCain's like, the only words that he says that convinces Dempsey that it is him
I need elemental
is,
shards. Very
I
important.
forgive you.
I have been
Find that
testing
interesting.
them on our core values, Deputy Director. I had to make sure they could be trusted. I will, but first we need to free your life force from that ADAM unit. Intruders, honored guests, please locate a secret project of mine. The Elemental Orb.
And what will this
There we go.
accomplish?
The Elemental Orb was designed to contain and safely transport a human life force. It should provide Deputy Director McCain with a better vessel for his life force than that android he's been trapped inside. Freedom is not free.
I forget, does this one go in the bunker? Yeah, damn it. I'm mixed on the new perk system. Obviously, I like the old perk system. You know, all perks on the map be in the map, and then just pick them up wherever you are. But you know, with the new perk system, you can put something like, you can ensure that you know, Dying Wish is on your first machine, you know. I mean, sure, they don't have Jug, but, you know, if they had Jug, you could probably do that as well, stick it on your first machine, 250 down that. Shit. No, you don't. Anyone notice how this thing looks kind of like Gersh?
I am not afraid.
Like, it's literally just a retextured Gersh. It's even got the same weird waves coming off it, you know, when you shoot it and turn him smaller. So add that as another thing, asset recycling. Although I can't complain, World War II did that a lot.
All will fall.
This is Peter McCain. It worked. I'm in the orb. I don't know how to explain how it feels. But it sure beats that 80 AM unit by a country mile.
But you are still Ghost in Machine, no?
Well, let's get ready for the most underwhelming boss fight of this season. Avocado, of course. Sorry, the Director Pernell.
You proved you understand the physical value. Report to operations. You know the drill.
Firebomb will do good. I'd prefer electricity, but I can't be arsed spending it out and waiting for it. But yeah, new perk system. I like the modifier, the idea of the modifier slot. I probably would have preferred it if it was 5 perks, not 4, but, you know.
I just want you to know you've unlocked access.
That might be a bit OP.
The elemental shard is yours. To open the APD, you'll have to complete the release sequence.
There we go.
APD release sequence re-engaged. Warning. Life force transference process can be hazardous to your health.
Yeah, no shit. Just down this. I wonder if... Well, nope,
Keep
still...
filthy hands off Nikolai.
Still don't get it. What's controlling the ADAMs? Is it Avogadro? If so, how? You know, if he could do that, then why doesn't he just control Ted and make him drive you into a bunch of lava? I know he can shut down Ted, but you know, it's like an EMP. Too much electricity, interfering.
See how I wield my mighty monsoon.
I mean, if it was a case of the ADAMs just attack everything, then why don't they attack Avogadro, you know? So he's evidently, if he is controlling them, then... yeah. Although that would be a bit anticlimactic in transit, wouldn't it? Driving over the whatchamacallit, the bridge. Literally just have Ted turn sharp right, dipping into some lava.
Voice re-verified. Director Purnell, is that you?
Cornelius Purnell's immortal name. It cannot encompass what I have become. If you must call me something before it is call me Avogadro.
Warning. Threat level midnight. Entity has escaped containment. Failsafe protocol enacted. All personnel evacuated.
But I thought the APD was an attempt to replicate the MPD, and the purpose of that was to...
Destination in
Yeah, I know that, but
10,
I thought the concept of the APD was to contact the Aether,
8,
and perhaps not control it,
7,
but you know,
6,
it's an imitation of the MPD, so surely all he's able to do is glimpse at the Aether. I doubt... Then again, yeah, that would explain why the zombies are under his control as well. Which probably explains why when he leaves the APD you don't have any more zombies spawning in.
I wasn't lying. You can still get the shard, but you'll have to contain Avogadro first. And I'm afraid bullets will not do
To
the
top
trick.
up my ammo, I forgot to do that.
You will have to refill the life force canisters. Once they're charged, I can use the telepath system to send Avogadro where he can't hurt anyone.
Warning. Primary life force canisters offline.
Oh. Oh.
Please. There are backup canisters. Remember them? Just get them
I
charged.
forget which one is
Avogadro
first. Is it
doesn't
lounge or
know this
diner? I'm
entire
gonna risk
facility.
lounge. Yes.
Initiating life force for
Hey, bud. How about no? Yoink. Just like messing with them. I don't know, I find it funny. It kind of reminds me of Electro's weird rap in Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, you can tell that wasn't Hans Zimmer, that was just Pharrell Williams.
First the fight.
warning. Electrical surge in lounge reaching unsafe levels. Initiating life force procurement sequence.
Who knows, maybe Pennell's just really into rave music and this music's just what's coming from his body. It's manipulating electricity to make it sound like music. Oh, shite. I hate that attack that he does. Don't interrupt the charge, you bugger.
Should I use Path of Sorrows?
Yes. Whoa!
Good. You've killed another.
Warning. Electrical surge in diner reaching unsafe levels.
Need to get to storage. Just bro fist a dog to death.
Procurement sequence.
Pooh. Hashtag shameless PewDiePie plugin. I mean, he really isn't that threatening if you can literally just walk past him like that. I mean, that charge attack he does, yes, is really annoying. Either one of them charge attacks that you can do are really annoying. Come on, why can't this damn thing charge faster? Whoa.
Warning. Electrical surge in storage reaching unsafe levels.
One thing I question now is why doesn't Avogadro speak in transit?
Initiating life force procurement sequence.
Is he so ashamed that he was rambling off about all this cool stuff he was gonna do, and then none of it happened, so he vowed to never speak? Or maybe, even though he believes himself to be a superior life form, he's actually just really, really stupid by the time transit comes along. I mean, he's rather stupid now, but that's irrelevant.
Electrical surge in living quarters reaching unsafe levels.
Oh yeah?
Life force canisters filled. APD recharge successful.
Get him back inside the APD.
Hey bud. Okay, I guess we're going this way now. Don't tell me I'm gonna go down. Am I gonna be the first person to go down on the easiest part of the boss fight? No.
Facility transport via pyramid device is now available.
You hear that? We have him now. Go to the central panel to initiate prisoner transport.
Boop. Strong button. Hey, that ain't half bad. 1 hour 18 minutes. I mean, I've seen it done in 20 minutes, but
Now safely contained in a broken
I'm
arrow
not that
facility
quick.
in Washington State. He's their problem now. We won because that's what Americans do. We win.
So I keep hearing.
You are now free to take the elemental shard. On behalf of the President of the United States, the Broken Arrow Program, and a grateful nation, please accept this shard as a symbol of our appreciation for your honorable and faithful service.
Happy, Nikolai?
I feel like that was a good stream.
Everything playing out as
I'm gonna
Condorium predicted.
let this play out in case someone happens to watch the video later and think,
have
oh,
what
I
we
haven't
came
seen the
for."
cutscene.
The elemental shard. Hooray for us. It's too late.
Maxis?
He knows what you're doing.
Who knows? Who does he speak of?
Dr. Monty.
What's happening, Nikolai?
You are too late.
demonetized.
Ah, shit. That's all we fucking need.
Hello, Samantha.
Who is the boy?
That would be us.
We're going to fight the war, Eddie. The great war. Then, we're going back to the house to kill him and burn it all to the ground. Agartha, the ether, the infinite, everything.
And that is Alpha Omega. Well, not my best run of it. I've gotten it done on round 9 before, but not bad. Of course, you know, even if I had the option of monetization, which I don't, YouTube don't like me, that clearly would have gotten demonetized just for Monty's snack. So that's a rather cold way to look at it. Yes, Maxis is Monty's snack, nothing else. What's this? He invented all these wonderful things? No, he's just Monty's snack. He always is, always will be. Well then, I'm gonna end the stream here. Personal thanks to everyone who decided to tune in. Like I said, I hope to make this a more common thing where I might be playing a bit of multiplayer. I'll probably, when I'm in the mood to do proper Apex, I'll probably do that. I've also got, let's see here, this is my lineup that I want to play. I've got my Resident Evil 2 that I want to do, and Bloodborne, so, you know, stay subscribed if you want to see that. Anyway, so yeah, I best clean this up, best wrap this up and set off. So, yeah, bye everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Right, bye.